Question for Adrio and Jim. I guess for both guys, you obviously held Rice down. They didn't shoot well. North Texas didn't shoot well. What do you think's been the key to playing such good defense?
There has to be a sense of togetherness on defense. And I feel like through the summer, we've had it. We grow on and off the court. And so a lot of the stuff you do off the court is going to lead to good defense. So we have a real strong bond. We're all connected. And then when we get out on the court, we communicate. We have a game plan. Everyone sticks to the game plan. No one tries to deviate when it comes to defense. So I think that's what it gets chalked up to.
Oh, yeah, it's a big thing. We said, like, just communication, just knowing that, like, if you go on the ball, like, if with communication, that if I get beat this way, by communicating, I have help either way it goes. So we're just connected, just staying connected, and just communication.
Mason Jones and Isaiah Joe both led the team in scoring again. Just how good is it to get those guys going early in the season?
Oh, man, it's a beautiful thing. If both of them get going, which we plan to keep them, confident and, keep them basically in their zone all season. That's just what we plan on doing, and everybody else just gonna play their role within the system.
Yes, Adrio, you hit a three, from the deeper line. How'd that feel? And then you got the dunk, and I guess they called you for hanging on the rim. Do you feel like you deserve the dunk, or that they overreacted a little bit on that, or what'd you think about the technical call?
Oh, it didn't count?
No, it counted, but they called it for a technical foul for hanging on the rim.
Oh yeah, well it was kind of the heat of the moment. I apologize for my team for that because to us we didn't want those little cheap fouls, even though there wasn't like a foul, but I apologize for my team, but I was just the heat of the moment. Got to put back. Energy was lit.
And then hit the three, because that's a deeper line by over.
Oh yeah, just Coach Mush is building that confidence, building the confidence in me to shoot it. I rarely shoot him. That's by choice though. He never tells me not to shoot the ball. I just never shoot it because I try to play within my strength. But he gives me that confidence to shoot the ball.
Just feel like, hey, it's open, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, I just felt like it came to me. My feet were set. Let it go.
Jimmy, what were your thoughts on Adrio? The putback dunk kind of got everybody going, but on defense they had 4 steals too.
Adrio's always been a guy that's going to bring that energy. I think the dunk was just the icing on the cake for it. I think the meat of it was what he does on the defensive end. He's going out there undersized, and he plays hard. He makes big plays. 4 steals is huge for us because that means they can't get the ball into the post, and that was one of their strengths that we talked about. So for Adrio to go out and do that, I think a play like that to get the crowd going, get us going, I felt it coming at some point because he's a guy that can make those plays.
Appreciate that.
Jimmy, that first half points were hard to come by, and you were able to get 9. Just kind of what was working for you, and just their defense. How frustrating was it, kind of playing that methodical pace that they dictated?
You got to tip their hat off to them because they are a good team. They play really good defense. They're really solid. Everybody knows their positioning. Everybody plays hard. I think for me, like I said, I just like to see how the game's going, and I felt like I need to be a little more aggressive because they're really zoned in on guys like Mason, guys like Isaiah. They know those are our primary scorers. So for me, however the game's going, I try to do what's needed. I felt like I needed to be a little aggressive to open it up for those guys, and I felt like that worked for us. I got going a little early, and then you see those guys in the second half really pick it up. So I feel like that was my mindset going into it.
You talked about your defense, about playing together and communicating, but when you hold, in this day and age with 3-pointers and shot clock, and you hold the first 2 teams, under 45 points, so how surprising is that? And what does that say to you guys about how, you can lean on your defense maybe on nights when the shots aren't falling?
I personally feel like I feel like we do take pride in our defense just by how hard we pay attention to detail and practice about getting stops and holding teams. We try to set a goal, like try to hold teams under 40, 45. Like we personally set that. We didn't even know that it's been that long. We just was personally setting that as a team goal to get teams out of their comfort zone and just make it chaotic for them on offense.
When you have small numbers like we do, defense is going to take you a lot farther than offense will, especially late in the season as legs get tired, you get out there. It's a little harder to hit shots. a little harder to get to the basket, but you can always play hard on defense. You can always be in the right spots, and we feel like that's one of the things we know we're going to have to be great at. When you're undersized like we are in limited numbers, we have to be good on defense. We have to be solid on defense. We know if we try to predicate our identity on offense, we won't get as far as we want to. So I think we're trying to build an identity around our defense, and I think we've done that with these first 2 games.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm sure you got asked this before, but back in Bud Walton, that actual game atmosphere, how does it feel to be back?
It feels great. I feel the love, feel the energy. I love that I get to spend it with these guys that I know. Like, I've known Adrio since my freshman year, so I think it's cool how life's become full circle, and I'm enjoying every moment. I enjoyed the Rice game, enjoyed this game. I love going out there and battling with these guys and seeing the energy in the building. I really like that. I feel like it's picked up from my freshman year, and I just love to see it and love that I get to end my career like this.
You know, I know it's early, but North Texas, you know, they lost by 3 at VCU, who's ranked in the top 25. How good do you feel? How good do you guys feel about this win? And then you won by 48. I mean, it's pretty good. It's early, but it's a pretty good start. So how good do you feel about beating a team that almost beat VCU on the road?
My personal opinion, no offense to anyone, but we're not VCU, we're Arkansas. So however they went into their game, it's totally different how they approach this game. We win it. We every game for us is just like we take it as if it's a championship game. We playing hard, but we're not VCU. We're Arkansas. We play a totally different style from how they play.
I mean, what I meant was that VCU's ranked. You know,
Oh, yeah,
That's just a number. That's just a number.
what do you think, Jimmy?
I feel like we enjoy every win. I enjoy this win as much as the Rice win. I enjoyed this win as much as when we played Southwest Oklahoma, as much as when we played Little Rock. Our goal is to just come out there and win, and we enjoy that. I don't think it matters really who we play, who it is. I just feel like as long as we're up when that clock hits 0, we enjoy it. No more, no less than other teams.
Yeah, I guess both guys, Desi kind of got off to a slow start, but how good was it just to see him kind of bounce back and score some big buckets for you?
See, that's where you got to.
I think that's huge going into future games because we know we're gonna need everybody. We know Desi's a shooter. We're gonna need him to get that confidence, knocking out shots. And I love to see it how he started off slow. I sort of saw he needed a bit of a pickup, and we're all teammates, we're family. We were there to pick him up, and when he got it going, I just love to see it. I love that confidence being built because I know that's going to lead into a game where we're coming down the stretch. Everybody else might be cold, and we might need him to step up, and he might be the one knocking out shots. So things like that, you love to see it.
Yeah, you guys both hit some free throws. The team hit 20 at 24. How big was that? Your 3-ball wasn't falling quite as much tonight. But how big is that when you're that good from the line and you get to the line 24 times?
There's a fine line with winning, and free throws, as small as they might seem, it's a big part of the game. And when you can knock down free throws and get those easy points, that translates to the end of the game. So going into games where we're not up 20 points and it's a close game, that's going to help translate for us, and that's big time. That it was one of our areas that we want to improve in, and I think everybody's done that. Everybody's gotten to the gym and put in the time with free throws because sometimes it's overlooked because it's like, hey, it's a wide open shot, it's whatever, but we know that's going to translate for us when it comes down to those nitty-gritty close games.
All right, guys, thanks.
Yeah,
Everybody get a final look.